Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. TS Syahrul Nizam, are you available already? Can you hear us?
Waalaikumsalam, Prof. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, good, thank
We
you.
met many times before during MEPTA, a couple of years ago.
Right, right. Alhamdulillah. Now we can meet in Zoom virtually,
Yeah,
inshallah. And so glad that we will be able to learn from you. So thank you so much. Okay,
we
so
learn
we will
together,
start the
inshallah.
session, inshallah. For your information, as we will usually start earlier, so we give you the sufficient amount of time as we promised, which is from 10 to 12. And then
Okay.
it is up to you how you going to separate the sessions. Shall you need time for a break or shall you need time for a separate Q&A later on? Okay.
Sure.
Right. Okay, so thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahilladzi hadana li hadza wa ma kunna linahtadiya laula an hadana Allah. Asyhadu an la ilaha illallah wa asyhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. So thank you so much to our honorable speaker, the Syahrul Nizam Junaini, senior lecturer from Faculty of Computer Science at IT UNIMAS, and also I would like to thank all participants. For your information, there's we currently in the midst of final exam. So some of our lecturers is currently juggling between marking and learning today. So I really, really appreciate that you take the time and all participants take the time to keep learning because the bread and butter of every university is teaching and learning, and we will not be able to teach well if we don't learn. So thank you so much for taking time to learn today, and we really hope that today we will be able to not only get new knowledge, but also manifest that in our upcoming semester to improve our teaching and learning. And I would also like to thank the organizer. Unfortunately, Dr. Wira is unable to be with us today because there is a compulsory program at university level for all deputy directors and deputy deans, I believe. So she is not able to be with us today, but she has been briefing a lot. She has briefed me a lot about the session, and I'm looking forward to this session. And she also has prepared the introductions for this session with everyone. And also Sister Uzma for preparing the session way, way early before the session starts. So thank you so much again to everyone. And without further ado, let me introduce you to the session today. So the speaker is, as I mentioned earlier, let me just make sure there's nothing blocking you from the slides. So the speaker is the Syahrul Nizam Zunaini. I know him very well because we have been interacting in MAPTA, Majelis Pembelajaran IPTA. So he's renowned for his contributions in e-learning domain. And but before I introduce further about the speaker, just in case you are wondering what will you get at the end of the sessions, by the end of the sessions, it is hoped that you will be able to discuss the role of generative AI to enhance the gamification strategies such as badges, leaderboards, and all those things, which is we're going to use the things that is familiar with us. In our case, as we call it iTaklim, which is model-based our learning management system. And also, by the end of the sessions, we really hope that the participants will be able to design, create a simple AI-supported gamified learning activities for different teaching and training contexts, and as well as apply AI tools to improve learners' motivations, engagement, and personalized learning experience in higher education settings. Referring to our seven missions for the relevant seven missions out of the seven missions that we have in IUM is actually number 2, to produce better quality intellectuals, professionals, scholars by integrating the qualities of faith, knowledge, and good character to serve agents of comprehensive and balanced progress, as well as sustainable development in Malaysia and the Muslim world, as well as number 4, to nurture the quality of holistic excellence, which is imbued with Islamic moral spiritual values in the process of learning, teaching, research, consultancy, publication, administrations, and student life. Let's get to know about the speakers first before we learn from him. Tak kenal maka kenalan lah. Tak kenal maka ta'aruf. So now we're going to ta'aruf with the speakers. TS Syahrul Nizam is a senior lecturer at University Malaysia Sarawak, UNIMAS, Master of Science in Electronic Imaging and Media Communications. He also holds Bachelor of Computer Science in Multimedia from UTM, and he is currently served as a research fellow at Data Science Center and Center for Spatially Integrated Digital Humanities. And he is a former Deputy Director for Learning Technology at UNIMAS, as well as recipient of a Malaysian National Academic Award, Sarawak Malhijrah Award, and Malaysia Digital Transformation Award, and also a member of National AI Office Working Group. He has been invited as a keynote speaker at several international conferences, and also his research focus is on GIS, AI, and decision dashboard. So this is the one that he will present today is very much fit to his forte. And he is also a co-researcher on GeoAI GrowVisor, correct me if I'm wrong, for smart farming in Sarawak. Publications covers AI, machine learning, and big data applications, as well as he has done quite extensive systematic reviews on LLMs in gamified environment. He also has done quite extensive of research in AI, in agriculture and digital governance competency. Just a little bit of housekeeping to all participants. I really appreciate if during the sessions, please kindly mute your microphones off because the session is recorded and we would want to make sure that the sessions is accessible at the end of the session, at the end of the training sessions. And with your microphone mute, we would be able to reduce some noise in the recording later on. And also, please post your questions in the chat and or raise your hand. I will help TS Nizam to actually navigate the sessions today. If there's any questions, I will be able to read it for you. And also for CPD points requirements, it is important that you fulfill the durations of the session presence, as well as to fill the evaluation form. And please complete this evaluation form within 24 hours to earn CPD points. And for your information, TS, if there's any questions related to the I attend, you are not obliged to answer that. The organizer will answer that. It's actually, and for everyone's information, so the I attend link will be shared after 30 minutes of the session, after the session start. Okay, so I hope everyone could kindly assist us with complying with these housekeeping rules. And without further ado, the sessions that we've been waiting for, Badges, Bots, and Beyond, Reimagining Learning with AI Gamification. TS Syahrul Nizam, the session is yours. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah.
Waalaikumsalam.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah. Thank you from Mira. Nice to meet you again after many years. I was with
Alhamdulillah.
until 2019. I think you went to UNIMAS once, twice before.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, please come again. There is a new flight from Kuching to Jakarta, live, direct.
Looking
So
forward to, inshallah.
save our time. Like previously, if I wanted to fly to Jakarta, I need to fly to KL, KL to Jakarta, and total flying hours 4 hours to and 1.5, 3 hours. But with direct flight to Jakarta, amazingly, the flight that I twice, 3 times before, it was full. So I want to bring this business into gamification. How Asia, I just mentioned the company name. How Asia used this technique to attract Jakarta people or Indonesian to fly to Kuching direct without going through KL. Because amazingly, I heard that flight from Pontianak to Jakarta is a bit more expensive. So they chose Pontianak to Kuching by bus, 6 hours. Then Kuching to Jakarta back to the capital city. All right,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, thank
So, should you
you.
have any question, anything that you want to discuss, just uh, quickly. You don't have to raise your hand. Just raise your voice. Yeah, ask me anything or type in the chat. And I need Promira to interrupt me with their questions. All right. So let's start with quick ice-breaking game. I normally use this every first week of my semesters. So these are my standard slides. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of you now is the recipient of the National Academy Award, Anugerah Akademik Negara 2017. Alhamdulillah, one of my greatest, my highest achievement. And actually, if you haven't, you should try. The focus is for teaching and learning, but it should be under innovative ideas. And one of my point during the submission was gamification in learning. That was 2017. I've started to hear the word gamification from my seafood from USM, Prof. Karim Alias. I learned it from him, gamification, bite-sized learning. I converted into my learning content. 2018, Anugerah Ma'al Hijrah, Negeri Sarawak, with the late Pain Sri Taib Mahmud. And last year, I was invited to contribute, not full-time, but some ideas how to make sure AI is being used for the nation correctly, ethically, properly, fully. Okay, first game. Please type in the chat or Promira, what's your preference? What's your favorite? Nasi lemak or nasi biryani?
Nasi lemak.
Nasi lemak, okay. So don't worry. This is only for ice breaking, just to make sure that maybe you haven't got your breakfast yet. It's 10 a.m. already. For traditional teaching, yes, you can teach using your slides like this, slide by slide, then you end your class, that's it. Or you want to give more flavors, more fun, more maybe something different. So of course, you don't eat nasi biryani every day, right? Be once a week or twice a week. Even nasi lemak, I don't think from Mira you eat nasi lemak every day. Okay. Yeah, same goes to gamification. You don't ask your student to join the gamified activity every day or even every classes. Maybe twice a semester. To memorize the magic number twice a semester. Normally we take Panadol pills, 2 tablet. You don't take 3, you don't take 4 too much. So that's my magic number for gamification or learning. Even if you want to play Kahoot, you don't play every week. Maybe once in the start of the semester and another one before the semester ends. Next, Promira, your preference, teh tarik or teh tarik, sweet teh tarik, milk tea or tea without sugar?
Tea without sugar.
Okay, so majority during my classes, during my training, the second choice is the best, healthier, better. If you see the the left one, this is not teh tarik, this is not teh susu, this is susu teh, the other way around. Okay. Don't worry, no right or wrong, just to bring your visual into my screen, and after that I'll show you the gamification tools, also the slide first. Now we are in the era of digital. Uh, Still, I'm wearing the analog wristwatch. Why? Because this is the way I teach. I still teach using markers and whiteboard. But sometimes I bring gamification to my classroom. It doesn't mean that in the era of AI, you use AI 100%. Yes, AI is great, not great yet. Maybe best at the moment, but still, why not? Chalk and talk should be there. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Even in the era of online learning, you can ask your student to learn themselves. They call it self-instructional material, SIM. So they learn it by themselves, with themselves, among themselves. Still, why they still need you as a lecturer, as a tutor, as a teacher, as a facilitator. I call myself facilitator of learning. No more lecturer. I don't give lecture in my class now. It's facilitating the process of learning, of course, with the help of AI. All right. Now, in the era of human versus robot, this is our preference again. We still need you as a human lecturer, or maybe in the future will us be replaced by robots. Seems like to fictions, science fiction, right? So this is preference. You pick one. Now I'm asking for the similarity. Romira, similarity between Tur Mahathir and me.
Uh,
Anyone? Just type in the
the
chat. Yeah.
glasses.
Thank you. What else?
the formal dress, formal clothes.
Okay, thank you. So that is how AI works. If you ask something to ChatGPT, if the answer is inside their database, inside the corpus, inside their knowledge, it will give you exactly the same answer. Okay. For here, it's pixel to pixel, but the answer that you don't know because it is not here. The answer for this question is both of us, to my dad and me, we met a robot before. Her name is Sophia. I met Sophia 2019, way before the era of ChatGPT. I talked to Sophia, a nice English conversation, but she's still a robot. Nice experience talking to a robot, standing next to a robot. Uh, I spoke to her developer, software programmer. He's from Russia, but Sophia was born in Hong Kong under Hanson Robotics, and she holds a passport. Anyone knows? Anyone from Saudi Arabia? Her citizenship is Saudi Arabia. She flies the whole world, all various countries, just to talk talk to human being like us. Okay, this is Sophia. Simple technology, of course. Behind that, AI, machine learning, the eyes, webcam, camera that you have on your laptop now. Ignore all the brain components, the wires, cables, transistors, etc. She processes the voice like you, like us now. Listen to me and process the voice. Okay, so this is me. I am Syahrul Nizam Junaini. I'm a teacher, lecturer here, accredited trainer. My master's degree is from the Bradford, UK. I'm doing my doctorate degree in business admin at UNITA, KL. Right. Quickly about myself, tutor, lecturer, and my last position was deputy director at e-learning. Now they changed the name to, there's new name from Mira. Is I can't remember the name. Flexible learning or something. So this is
Mm-hmm.
based on what the government, the ministry wants.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. Now we are focusing on the teaching and learning, but at the same time, you may publish whatever you learn from your student into papers. So in the future, we can work together, publishing whatever result, uh, scholarly or research-wise, they call it SOTL, Scholarship of Teaching and Learning. You teach, you study your own student, get the result, republish it, but not for the sake of the statistical analysis, but for the sake of improving your next semester. So you improve your teaching next semester based on this semester. Also, you have one publication based on whatever theory or whatever things they want to study. For example, maybe gamification using AI for today. Effectiveness, simple study. How, let's say, I'll show you the tools. You create it for this semester, I mean, next semester. After week 14, maybe simple questionnaire. The intention is not to publish, but to improve your learning, your teaching and learning process for the coming semester. All right. Alhamdulillah, not too sure, not for Ria, but to tell you, Alhamdulillah, in the era of ChatGPT, my productivity 12 times then compared to, of course, at UNIMAS, not minimum, the requirement for KPI is two papers, two Scopus papers per year. And I've got 24 last year, Alhamdulillah. For Q1 papers, don't worry. For Q1 articles, before references, just mention, just clearly tell the editor that I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT limited to maybe paraphrasing or maybe brainstorming. The rest should be manually done. And very important, don't ask AI to generate your data. There will be fake data. I appeared on TV as well, and I wrote various books during Ramadan. Inshallah, Ramadan coming. Waiting for buka puasa, I wrote one book. PowerPoint, my area in IT, anak kucing computer, Junaini Digital, one of my colleagues here, scam 15K, RSB Bank, sorry, RSB Bank. So this is how I get ideas out there. Of course, not to, this is for educating the public. IR 4.0, published by UKM with the previous dean. Digital Transformation 4.0. And this one is published in Indonesia, Pro Mira, Menggali Potensi Kecerdasan Buatan. So this is the era of uh, global village. We can publish in Indonesia and from Malaysia with two lecturers from there. But I haven't received the royalty yet. Okay, here am I. I went to UMT for AI, UNIMAS, MIRI Sarawak, been to Sarawak with the CEOs. Even the CEOs, they want to learn something new under AI. Went to Jakarta last year with PS. Even PS wanted to learn about AI, how can use it in their daily, to improve their daily productivity. Right. Uh, this is my most important slide for today. Participant-centered learning. I've been talking for so long now. It should be yours. I'll show you the tools. You learn practice by doing. Maybe I give you 5 minutes to sign up the tool. Give it a try, don't worry, and let me know if you find any difficulties in using the AI tools to create gamified learning. The lowest blue layers are called active learning methods, as opposed to lecturing only. You listen to me passively. You learn from theory, you learn from practice better. If you learn from mistake, there will be a higher impact. And sorry, I'm taking 2 hours of your time. Me too. This is still still marking my students halfway now. Question number 3. I need to submit this tomorrow. Uh, and you see, my student, I asked them if you want to learn more for this course, take it again. Just joking. Take it again next semester because you want to learn from mistake from this semester. Okay, we learn together. Kita belajar sambil bermain. Have fun. Don't stress yourself listening to me. But make it serious. This is for Boeing 747. I sent my son here to take the licensed aircraft engineer course. Actually, I sent him to UIA, Gambang, for the assessee for the first year preparation. Engineering, uh, okay, I learned from him. Don't force him to take engineering SSC level. Actually, he wanted aircraft engineering. So he quit UIA Gambang and now he's in a training company in Johor for aircraft license. Okay, any questions about me before we start? Prof. Mira, maybe anyone wants to ask something or you want to ask something before we start? It was just an introduction.
All good, I think. We might
All right.
proceed. And you don't mind if someone unmute the
Yeah, sure.
microphone and ask you directly,
Yeah,
right?
please, yeah. I would
Wonderful.
prefer more interactive Q&A rather than just one-way traffic. Right.
Great, thank you.
So this slide was created using Notebook and I just uploaded my content, couple of minutes, couple of seconds, done. This is the era of AI where, of course, productivity, speed. But again, we need to double check because some of the information I see just now, maybe 1 or 2%, I'll give you more explanation later on. Badges, bots and beyond. Badges, I just play with the words BBB. Badges, if you play a game, you get maybe 10 points, you get one badge for maybe uh, this is real game, maybe like whatever games that your kids play if you're not playing it. Bots is a chatbot that you can purposely build for your own course. I'll show you later on. Now we are using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is for general purposes. Maybe sometimes other tools are better, like Gemini, maybe Kimi, maybe Claude, Claude. Claude. But for bots, you can create it specific for us, for your course only. And I use it for my classroom. I ask them, this is our bot lecture, our bot lecturer. Beyond that is the learning experience itself, not limited to classroom experience. Means after 3 hours per week, they cannot contact you anymore. Even I told them, don't contact me through WhatsApp after 12 a.m. Still, they contacted me because we have our new lecturer. He's a bot, and the the advantage of this bot is that you can upload 14 weeks lecture notes, and the bot will answer based on this 14-week content only, specific for that particular class. I'll show you later on. Right. When it was started, 1918, 100 years now, from corporate learning, not from education, not from medical area, corporate learning, and now we call it learning with gamified content, not playing game in the classroom, not playing the real computer game or video game, not having 100 meters relay or competition like sports, only taking the gamified, sorry, the main elements in game into the learning process. I'll show you later on the real example from Malaysia Airlines. Okay, the definition, gamification, we bring game elements in non-game context. Non-game context is serious subject, right? You will teach serious subjects, maybe Hadith, Quran, that serious thing. But you bring gamified elements only, not asking them to have fun, to have sports in the classroom, to play sport. And sometimes it's called serious game because it's a game, fun, enjoyable, still for a serious purpose. And for education, we call it game-based learning. And even for this terminology, a bit vague, game-based learning, maybe you want to create a game. Like me, myself, I created a board game, asked my student to play. That's that's not gamification, that's game-based learning. Okay. And the back to the motivation of learning, why? So why you want to bring gamification in classroom? For example, for competence, I have 58 students this semester. I want to see I want to see clearly who is more competent compared to the others. So the only way is to see by quantifying. I want to see the number 75 out of 100 marks. So I can see a leaderboard. Leaderboard is a list of student current standing, who is at the top of league. If you see EPL, English Premier League, this is the only point to see which team is more competent, maybe Arsenal or Liverpool or Manchester United. I studied in Bradford, so my favorite team was Manchester City, 1 hour from Manchester. Relatedness, how the content in the gamified content is highly connected with your learning process, learning content. Otherwise, it with purpose, you bring gamification, but it doesn't highly related, highly connected with your learning content, learning objectives. Autonomy, maybe you want the student to learn by themselves by watching YouTube videos, like, for example. Of course, you don't want them to watch the videos during the classroom with you looking at them. Make sure you click that. Make sure you watch it. But leave it to their autonomy. They learn it themselves on on Moodle and your online learning. Every time your student watch that video, automatically it will be ticked as watched or I mean, there's a list of checklists will be automatically ticked. Now, if you want to bring gamification in the classroom, make sure that let's say simple quizzes. If the quizzes are too hard, what will happen to your student? Anxiety, they cannot answer, it's too hard. But if the quiz is too easy, boredom, they can complete in less than 1 minute. The nice sweet spot is not too hard, not too easy, based on their skill level, maybe learning objectives and learning content. Okay? And this is the challenge for us, how to design gamified content, or after this, I'll show you gamified AI tools. Again, not too fun, not too serious, not too easy, not too hard. Again, this is the basic theory of input, process, and output. Manually, your gamified activity must be based on the learning outcomes, learning content, and assessment, three main important things. The process is the gamified, how you implement the gamified activities during and after classroom. And what is the output? You want the statistical data? Do you want to use it as official assessment marks? Will they get marks? Again, if you are a student, they will ask you, will get marked for these activities. Then you say no, what happened? They will not do it. Okay. Why they should waste their time? Better they play their own game like Mobile Legend, whatever it may be. Okay. So again, this is the challenge for us. Context in culture, again, what else? Individual characteristic of your students, learning outcomes, very, very important. Inventory, these are the tools, the things that you should have on your inside your gamified content. Points, simple calculation of achievement. One question answered, 1 point maybe. Then make it more fun. 5 marks for harder questions. Leaderboard is a list of your students in the classroom who collected or who collects the highest marks at that particular moment. JDT versus Selangor, JDT wins 3 marks. They need draw 0 marks, lost 3 marks, -3. No, of course you got sorry. Draw 1 mark, 1 point. Lost you got no mark. Although you fly from Kuala Lumpur to Sarawak just to play the match between JDT and Kuching. So this again has been taken from the real setting now. EPL maybe 100 years now. English Premier League. Badges. We if we wear it and we have some feeling of achievement. Now I have that badges. I still remember when I was year two, year three, primary school. I was in scout pengakap. Uh, for each skill, you receive one badge. For example, maybe you have a skill in English translation, you get one badge, and you can paste it. You can list it nicely, put it here nicely on your the very nice experience at that time. There was what I wanted to collect as many badges as possible. Stitch it nicely here. I can't remember left or right. Quest is to make the activity more maybe story based. You put or maybe an adventure from island A to island B. You have five levels. The higher the levels, the harder the adventure, maybe the questions. Avatar, you can bring it into different world. And our student will love it. Maybe if you teach history, Islamic history, bring the avatar to maybe, I don't know, maybe Arabian Night style or theme. So the whole gamified screen would be Arabian Night theme and style. Avatars are the real person with certain, they call it, certain function. Right. Octalysis is a theory of game, the importance of game, the meaning of game, bringing how game can be used into real setting. I'm not going to tell the into details. This is about motivation for you, why you need to bring gamification, and motivation for your student as well. Would they be more motivated to learn with gamified content? If not, proceed with your traditional slides and chalk and talk. If still that's more effective. All right, be careful. This is the design, the process, identify the drivers, the whys. Once you want to bring the gamification activities, gamified version. Traditionally, you can do it without computers. Now with AI tools, you can create one, I call it homepage website. You share the link and they can play it by themselves, or you can use it in your classroom. Identify drivers, the whys, choose elements, the contents, the stories, the avatars, the badges, and what are the modules that you want to integrate. 14 weeks, maybe not all 14 levels of game. Because at the moment, some of the AI tools, they're still limited, limited in terms of the from content, from length, and also the what else? Capabilities of the tool. Server side, you don't have to think. They will give you free content, free server, of course, space. Uh, what else? URL is still limited. You need to have to use their URL. You cannot have your own .com unless you link it with you register .com, but you point it to their server. Example of real world success. Various companies use it. I'll show you a real world success of Malaysia Airline enrich points. I have one page for you to see. Then this is for a company. If you want it to be linked with ROI, measure it correctly, properly. Then continuous improvement. If you think this semester it doesn't work correctly, improve it again. You can always re-improve, ask the tool to redesign, create a nicer one, but better one, more fun, for example. Okay, just quickly. Again, with the word game, it's not about point, it's about learning. Focus on your delivery beyond teaching beyond chalk and talk, beyond slides, with a proper page rather than maybe using simple Google form. Okay, you can use Google form just for quizzes maybe, or for them to submit it. But here I'm going to show you the tools that you can use to create your own. Okay, any question? This is the last slide. I'll show you the slide later on, bro.
No questions so far. Or anyone would like to unmute microphone and then ask directly? Okay. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum.
Yes.
Hello.
Brother Syahrul Junaini, thank you very much for
Yeah.
your insight. It is very meaningful. Actually,
Okay.
I have one final year project students who is
Okay.
actually going to evaluate the effectiveness of gaming in
Correct.
education. One of the lecturer in Kuliah of
Gaming
Nursing,
or gamification?
gamification.
Okay.
We are using game
Correct.
in the 14 weeks, but this is actually the project of one of the lecturer. So there will be like a final pro examinations, and we are actually having 20 sets of the questions. But I have an insight on when you said that don't put too much overload in 1 week of gaming. So what
Yeah.
would be your best suggestion if like we have 20 games? What is
Yeah.
the best way for us to spread these 20 games in between these 14 weeks um of our academic curricular week? Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Ratan. A very important question. Once I heard that you have 20 questions for me, sorry, 20 games, it's too much. I'm afraid your student will be focusing on completing the game and they can't focus on your content, your learning content. Even if you have very good learning content, you couldn't embed everything inside of the game. Okay. Sorry, 1 minute. How to answer it? Okay, the best way to answer it is you need to revisit your learning objectives. Okay, boleh Nata?
Boleh, no problem. Just
So
macam I
you
boleh convey
revisit,
the
yeah.
thought lah. I mean, whatever it
Yes,
is, just look at the learning outcome first.
link it.
Then
Yeah,
you plan how to actually, you have these 20 sets, how you're going to segregate according to the CLO, right?
exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Right. I mean, okay. Pramila, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, currently it's in the browser for your Google Scholar.
Okay, great. So, me myself, sorry, I've used the term gamification and game wrongly actually. For gamification, it should be 51% more serious activity compared to game-based learning or using game in the classroom. I'll show you one example of my paper. I use the term gamification, but actually it's a card game. It was published. I just show you the game. This is a card game. Using card game in a classroom, okay, you may call it gamification, but it's actually a game-based learning. Question game, then publish it, get the result. This is card game. This is game-based learning for mathematics, example. Another one, this is for AR software, AR tools on your phone. Again, to learn geography. Sorry, Prism. Okay, this is AR game, augmented reality game to learn Prisma. Once you scan the QR, you scan the code or the point, the pages, it will show you some one more extra layer in front of you. Okay, these are game-based learning, and this is example. Okay, actually, I want to show you now. I'm on silver level for Malaysia Airlines. They play this game very well. This is gamification of business. The enrich card is a badge. If you, of course, silver is not. There's nothing actually. Actually, I should show you. Higher tier, you have gold and platinum. And if you have platinum, you get better treatment, better service from Malaysia Airlines. And normally they will not hide the card. They will use the physical card, attach it on to the back tag. So somebody knows. Now you see, he or she is on a higher level of the game. Mine is of lower level. So how to play this game? Every year I need to fly 35. Sorry, I need to collect 35 points in a year in order for me to be upgraded or promoted to gold layer or gold level. Sorry, 35 points before the end of this year. Yeah, sorry, 35 elite. So sorry, 70 elite point to be promoted to gold. For Kuching to KL, 2 points. So I need to fly Kuching to KL 35 times this year in order to get any. If you fly further to London, for example, you'll receive more points. This is called point. This is the point. This is the badge, the card, leaderboard. Leaderboard, of course, you cannot see somebody else's point. You should not see my point actually. Okay. Now, if you can create something like this in your classroom, this is very, very. I never seen any classes. Even me myself, I haven't come with the idea something like Malaysia Airline enrich, call it enrich service or enrich campaign. And beyond that, there are lots of activities, point services. Every time you want to buy, you have with 7,000 points, you can enter the golden launch domestic for free. You don't have to pay. Normal rate 100 something, 130 ringgit. So because of that point, because of that value, I will fly again to KL many times so that I can enter the golden launch next to get A1, A2 for free. This is gamification of real serious process, serious business, serious activity. Okay, this is I'm going to show you the first tool. I'll show you how to create it, and after that, I'll give you maybe 5-10 minutes for you yourself to have a feeling of creating one. Right. Created one, Al-Fatiha companion. You can listen to the voice.
Assalamu alaikum. I am your companion in learning the opening of the Quran. Would you like to start with the pronunciation of the first verse, or explore the beautiful meaning behind Alhamdulillah?
Okay, so how it works, like the real ChatGPT, you can ask anything. You can, like here, I ask it to link, okay, to translate into BM, what else? Malay translation. You can ask anything without proper grammar, even without proper sentence, like ChatGPT, but of course cannot beat ChatGPT because this is free. Then create a table to link each ayah with SDG. Now, not bad. And for me, this is good enough. Again, depends on your intention, your learning outcome. This is only limited for Al-Fatiha. Then, okay, this is the important part. You can upload a PDF. I don't know what is the limitation. And the answer will be based on this PDF only. So it won't give you something beyond whatever you call, the term is called knowledge. Knowledge. Knowledge means whatever you upload. Whatever you ask after this will be based on the content of that PDF only, not beyond and not less. And now it knows that I'm Shah. 7 main points for Tafsir Al-Fatiha. All right. Even ask him to create a poem. But again, poem for ChatGPT, tasked many times to write pantun. It fails badly. Maybe anyone from Faculty Bahasa or Language, you have new better prompt for ChatGPT to create a better pantun or even syair or sajak in Malay. English should be no problem. Create a poster. At the moment, at cafe could not create it, but it only help you to create the content. And for this content, you can send it, you just copy it. And if you still want to create a poster, you can use Gemini, Banana Nano. Create image, just give the prompt, create maybe infographic. Based on this. Don't forget to click this banana nano icon. See, the tools are there, AI tools are there, but they are not integrated. The first tool, this one is App Cafe. Sorry, at the cafe, Education Cafe. And copy it. 1 minute. Okay, Pramila, maybe you want to try from your side the chatbot that I've created for that Al-Fatiha. And you can ask anything. It's in the link. Yeah. Give it a try, maybe just to make sure it works from your side. And the rest of you
Do you
may
mind to
have
share
some
the
feeling.
link?
I pasted in the I pasted in the comment.
Okay, right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, what? Alhamdulillah, right. So now I'm going to show you step by step. Of course, number one, you need to sign up. It's at cafe.com. At cafe. Sorry, cafe.ai. Okay, step by step, slowly. At cafe. Get started now, or if you already log in, you can just click login directly. You can use your Google Gmail. I have created one since last year. Of course, this is free. Maybe after a couple of bot that you created, maybe it will block you. This is how they play with this business. This is their business model, free, but for premium version, you need to pay extra. Okay. Once you have signed up, click here, create new, find chatbot. Actually, we can do beyond that, but for this session, I just focus on the chatbot. Create new chatbot. Next, you need to answer this question. What do you want the chatbot to do based on your subject content, as I shown you in the slides before? Normally, my trick is I just ask ChatGPT. Ask it to brainstorm best ideas to bring gamification to create gamified chatbot. I'm teaching human computer interaction the next semester. I class next semester. Okay. All right. Brainstorm first.
Assalamualaikum, Brother
Yeah,
Syahrul.
better. Yeah,
Okay, I'm
please.
sorry, I'm Haslina. I'm actually heading the admission unit of the university.
Okay.
Can I use this platform? Since you are creating a chatbot here, can we use it, for our website so that people can browse and chat with us? can we utilize at cafe or
Thank you.
since
Good question.
uh-uh.
For basic version, yes. But if you want it to be more, I call it professional, more technically strong, it should be from your ICT department programmer. I don't suggest you to use free tools, external tool like this.
All right, okay, thank you.
Of course, you need to have your own programmer to create something like this. Number
Right.
one, in terms of branding, nanti orang tengok, pakai free at cafe. For teachers, yes. For classroom use, yes. But because yours is involve external, involve image. Uh, for programmers, I think they can create this less than one day. A full-time programmer.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, right. But why not just give it a try? Test it first. If you feel like it's not nice, then ask your main programming team to create one. Yeah. So I just continue. This is the idea, but it should be converted into prompt. Yeah, 2, 3. Yes, pick one. Pick number one. The prompt is convert to concise. It should be concise because at cafe has limited number of characters in the prompt. For cafe, what maker? Nice choice. Thanks, ChatGPT. And you can study this as well. Every time you say anything, ChatGPT will say yes, good. It will be positive side. Maybe anyone from psychology or whatever study. This is how it has been programmed. Your ChatGPT must be from your side. I tried to quarrel with my ChatGPT once, but different story after the long quarrel. Yeah, this is still too long, I think. More concise. Yes. I just cut and paste. Here you should very specifically explain everything. If you want it to be in like quest or travel journey from point one to point B, island A to island B, explain everything here clearly, copy and paste it here in the prompt box. Hopefully correct. And click create chatbot. Give it some time, couple of minutes, done. My chatbot is ready. Could you imagine? This is the era of AI. Of course, double check, triple check some functions, maybe some content are not related. You need to double check here, edit it. First, you can change the icon. Maybe computer. Right, just pick one. Instruction here, knowledge. For the knowledge, you can upload your own slides, like say PowerPoint for Unit 1 here. So all the answers for this chatbot only limited to unit number 1. Good for the student so that the chatbot will not give answer beyond the knowledge. And again, the negative part is that you limit the power of this chatbot. Language, you can set it to English, Arabic, Malay, Arabic. Then instruction, click save, give name, HCI. Library is your folder here. If you want it to be public, of course, it should be public so that you can try it from UIA now. Or private only for your student with the link. You don't have the link, they cannot play with your chatbot. Save.
Capabilities just now.
Yeah. Then If you're ready, you can press it first, view chat, and you can assign. This is how you can share it with your students through QR or embedded link. In embedded link, you can copy the embedded link into your online learning platform. Download the QR, share the QR, or in your Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams. Now for this purpose, I just click copy link and I share the link with you. Then you can give it a try. See, less than 5 minutes done. Now I can try my own chat. Here you can have the report. How many students are chatting now? Thank you. I see somebody is using mine now. Thank you, Shahmat. I even know who you are. Good side, I know who you are. Bad side, again, privacy, openness, what else? And for very serious activities like university business, some issues like, uh, again, they call it sovereignty of AI data. Now we are using EdCafe. The whole information that you ask will be sent to their server. We're talking about local developed. So I would propose you to have your own locally developed tool or AI tool. Thank you very much, Ken. Maybe 5-10 minutes, Prof, for you to copy my process and share your chatbot once you have done one. Make it fun, make it more, don't be too serious like mine. Okay. This
Can we
is for
create
a starter,
persona in the chatbot?
real person, no,
No,
because it's
a
limited
persona.
to persona,
Like,
cannot, it cannot.
okay,
Yeah, maybe you can change the voice from male to female, from English to Arabic, or even Malay.
I see. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, Prof, maybe 5 minute break plus 10 minute self-study or self-develop. We meet again 11:10. Is it okay, Prof?
Wonderful. Sure. Okay, so we
11:10.
will have a 5 minutes break and we will resume back at 11.
And I'm expecting them to just share the link. Yeah, one of my
The
friend, Dr.
chatbot
Hidanto,
that,
that. Yeah.
sure. All right. Okay, so we'll resume back at 11 with the chatbot. Thank you.
11:10, Prof.
Oh, sorry,
11:10 minutes.
11:10. Okay, thank you. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, Tia Syahrul, shall we start?
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'll share my screen once again. Mm. Okay, if you think that the URL is too long or your student could not memorize it, could not remember it, you can use is.gd just to shorten the URL. So that would be shorter and nicer and easier for them to remember. How to use is.gd? It works like bit.ly, but I like this part. Copy first the URL for that chatbot. Copy, paste it here. Further option, custom. Make sure it's lowercase pronounceable. Paste the URL here. Here, give a nice short name. And Surah Fatihah. Fatihah. Okay, example. Make sure it's unique so that nobody else has used it before. And click shorten. All right, now my URL has been shortened. Easier for my students to memorize the URL. They can use it from their WhatsApp directly. Copy and you can share it through WhatsApp. This is is.gd, right? Well done for those who have submitted their new chatbot. Let's take a look. Siti Sarah asking apps. I'm not sure. Normally for tools like this, there will be companion apps from whether web-based here now on browser or from Play Store. Okay, I'm clicking one example. Maximum number of responses. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the limitation of free tools. Of course, it's free. Now, let's say you want to promote it to your students, suddenly it has been locked or blocked. Okay, we have Dr. Hidayatul Razia. Maybe you want to share with us about this chatbot and your own experience in creating it.
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Salam. Yeah, please.
Experience of 3 minutes.
Okay. First time using it, creating it.
Yeah, first time.
All right. Tell us,
So
share with us.
for the next for this coming semester, I have one DSL with the students, directed self-learning. So I was when you showed your example, I think it might be a good use of a chatbot, because definitely it will be self-directed lah, because they are the ones learning. So I tried this out, and I tested it. I tried my best to give a prompt, but I didn't use ChatGPT just now. I just did my own prompt. So there
That
are
will be the best.
some
Yeah.
So there are maybe some things that I didn't specify, but it seems okay enough. I tested out the chatbot, and it's a very friendly chatbot.
Yeah, I love
Very
it.
friendly. So I was like motivated to discuss with it. My only worry is that it's very dependent on the student using it. So some students maybe will just like do 2 prompts and then will be like, bosan ke apa ke, will stop. But then other students who are into using AI, maybe they will have a lot more fun lah, because it was very nice. The chatbot really asked if I want to just get the facts overview, or if I wanted some clinical scenarios, and which one I prefer, whether I wanted it to be hard facts or shortened summaries, or if I wanted to see a proper scenario. So I think that was good for what, and I hope that if I give the students, they will spend more than 2 minutes or 3 minutes doing it lah.
All right.
So that's the
So
only worry. My only worry is that. So maybe I have to incorporate like several stages or something that they have to complete like give it a bit more restriction in the fact that you have to complete these things before you can sign out of the or stop playing with the chatbot. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure, but not for this tool. I'll show you another tool later on. Yeah, just copy your idea here. Copy. And again, I'll ask ChatGPT, please gamify, please. It's a chatbot, but now I want to bring it into beyond chatbot, maybe a web page with levels and games. Okay, but I need to tell ChatGPT I don't want chatbot. It should be maybe immersive game. I want to be immersed into the pharmacy or something. I don't know. This is not my area. Immersive web-based game. Okay, let's see. Antibiotic resistant outbreak. Okay, let's see. Uh, convert into maybe a prompt. Again, a prompt. I don't want leave it to ChatGPT to create the prompt, or maybe 3 levels first. If it works, you can make 5 levels of even 14 levels. 1 level, 1 week. Levels of quest or journey. So don't worry, no right and wrong, still experimental. If you don't like it, redo it, recreate it, different point, different POV. Style and tone, you can change it, maybe game, maybe Japanese anime. It depends on how you want it to be in terms of the appearance, of the style and look and feel. Copy. Okay, for that purpose, I'm introducing under the second tool. It's called gametize.com. Gametize. gametize.com. Gametize. As always, you need to sign up, sign in. I'll show you first step by step. Start free. Start free means again, if you want, you need to pay more capabilities, but for this one should be ample, good enough. Same interface. Normally, you start with a dashboard. This dashboard is for your own development page. I've created one for Tajweed Treasure Quest. Let's take a look. Okay. And I have 3 levels. Island of Shushing, the rule of Izahar, basic Tajweed. Continue. Here I completed the first level. Second level, Izahar quiz challenge. Good thing, all the quiz questions created by the tool. Bad thing, maybe you need to double check, triple check. Maybe some of the content are not accurate. Izahar clearly, okay. Submit. All right, so this is called a point. You get plus 10. Challenge your friend. You need to share the URL with your friends. Next question. This is for Izahar. Some limitation. For example, here, you should be able to record your voice, upload it, but this is too much for this tool, I think. And it leaves us some stuck here. Just click submit. Just say hello, but it works. See, this is strangely about AI. It's called hallucination. Hallucination means it will give you the best, but it's wrong. Never mind. Just to show you the gamification process inside this tool. Continue. Find the letter done. Is a hard quiz challenge done. Is high nation completed. Okay, 3 level done. 3 levels completed. Here you can check how many students have submitted this, comments, and that's it. Very simple tool, but again, it depends on your prompt. Right. This is my example. Now let's see step by step again. Or if you miss the first step, sign in, sign up. Okay, once you have registered, here, new project. Same thing, see? This is how things work in the era of AI. Start with simple prompt. I just copy the prompt from my ChatGPT, copy, paste it here. You can double check if it limits you with the number of character, negative 613. So you need to delete some. Maybe limited to 2 labels first. Okay. Content style. Let's see if there's any persona. Neutral, professional, casual, playful, humorous. Just pick one. Playful. For the persona, maybe you can ask ChatGPT to embed it directly in the prompt, but it's limited. Click generate blueprint. If you ask me, I'm doing this for my student, but I'm thinking of asking each student to come up with their own chatbot and their own gametized content. So while they're creating it, they learn something at least. At least they refer to the slides while creating the dashboard. Could you imagine I have 58 students, I have 58 games. Meeting our friend just now who has 20 games, and they can share it. Because the point here is for them to experience the learning. While they create something like this, they learn. Number two, the feeling of how success is, how great it is to create something as good as this. Here, you still can check and you still can improve it here. Use persona. I hope it works. Refine to short that can be used to trouble levels requests. Okay, last step, create project with this blueprint. Takes time. It's not easy to come up with a new web page, working web page. Adventure with again, this is the business model. If you want more, you need to purchase the point, upgrade the plan. Limited to 10 players without advertisement. Again, if you have many students in the classroom, under the limitation here. All right. See, I clicked 3 times. I got 3 games now in a row. Gamified content, mysterious forest information, castle of quizzes. You can edit it here. You can publish it, delete it, or unpublish it. And if you're ready to deploy it, give it a try, then send the link to your student. Same process. Take a look. I hope it works. Unavailable, maybe still cooking, still creating it. The challenge. Yeah, publish. Make sure the status is published. Yeah, you can add title. You can edit it here. Change the icons. If you need flashcard, you can upload your own or use it here. Topic list. You can create new topic based on your learning outcome, learning content, and learning outcomes. I like the name that they give. It automatically gives you like mysterious forest, castle of quizzes, realm of resources. You don't have to think of it. Again, then if they use it, they know that it's AI generated. We want it to be, of course, AI generated, but with your personal touch, with your unique idea, because you are the master of the content of the subject. Right. Bit slow. Okay, from your side, once you registered, you'll see something like mine. I hope it's still free. I haven't top up yet. Okay, one, two. Okay, this is the second tool, gameties.com. I'll proceed with the third tool. It's called lovable.dev. This is more serious. If you ever heard about vibe coding, this is called vibe coding tool. Vibe coding is as if you are a coder or programmer, but actually you leave it to AI to code for you. Yeah. While you listen to me, you can start to create one, or you see how I use it. I created mine. Show you my completed gamified content. I have 38. It is a recent one, just 30 Guardian accent. This one is more on game. It's a game, not gamification, but a game for learning just 30. Yes, share. I want you to have the feeling how it works. Create but link. So it should be published. Publish. Okay, this is the URL. You can just set the URL juzo30 lovable.app. You cannot change the last section lovable.apps unless you have your own .com. Edit the domain, pay maybe 70 ringgit per year. Have your own nicebeautiful.com/juzo30. Copy. Let's see how it works. Yeah, this is real game. Again, the gamification part is the point, strike, total, nur there. So besides using point, it uses nur. Levels 3. Daily reading versus this is the quest until you reach the highest level. You see, level 78. Reading is passive. Maybe you want the student to scramble it and rearrange it. May tasalun, see. Could you imagine without the coding knowledge, you can code something like this. May tasalun. And then another. Right, then you can click, ask your student to check the order. Not quite right. This is how learning process occurs. When you leave it to them, you give them this URL. I love the URL, very short one. You don't have to use is.gd, but still lovable.app. Not only limited to this type of game-based learning, you can create anything. The the sky is the limit. For me, ChatGPT is the limit. I just ask ChatGPT to brainstorm. Tafsir. What else? Reading, Surah Insight. Could you imagine creating such a solid content without manually entering the text, without manually entering the content, creating it one by one, step by step? And the point, one other limitation is that, like say, I have one student with this 12050 point. The limitation is that if I want to use it officially, link it to my marking page or official how to convert it into real marks. And the problem is that it's not linked. Number two, you can use embedded. Again, you need to do it manually. At the moment, there is no, I'm not sure, is there any API you can link this to the official UIA system marker something? Okay. You need to do it manually at the moment. This is how to create something like this, same thing by prompting. Okay, let's see. I have 5 live credit for today. Don't worry, it will be renewed every day. Okay, the URL is lovable.dev.development. It works like ChatGPT, yeah. Whether you ask ChatGPT to create a prompt or you just directly give your basic prompt here. Create fun gamification. Game, I like game. Game-based learning about maybe Sarawak history. Use persona. What else from my slide? Use persona. Marks. When badges. I want it to be 3D. 3D 3D version with sound. What else? 5 levels. Then you can limit it maybe before James Brook, as example. After the James Brook era until 1963, independent. Click the submit arrow, black arrow. Give a couple of minutes, needs longer times. See, automatically the title, you can change the title if you want, Sarawak Saga Quest. Thinking, give some time for lovable.dev to think how your game base, or it will create a web page as well, a game, a web page, a website like this, and you can use it. If you don't like black or dark mode, you can change it to switch it to white, but you need to define it earlier during the development stage. Like this one, it gives you preset questions. If you want it to be interactive story, puzzle exploration, mix of all, yes, I want it to be mix of all. Since, because I didn't mention this earlier in my first prompt, I need to set it here, just pick it. Maybe for primary schools. Yes, I want avatar. Cartoon, yes, maybe. I love cartoon, avatar. Then click submit. 4 credits remaining. I hope it is enough until it runs. Anyone from computing faculty, IT? Maybe you have used lovable.dev before?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, okay.
teaching
So, yeah.
IT.
Positive side, even non-programming student can learn doing programming. Negative side, now I see my student leave everything here. And they never bother to learn the syntax manually from my slides. But in the final exam, I asked them syntax. Usually the question, all are asking about syntax, and they could not answer it. All right, what else? I want traditional music, maybe Iban Sarawak music. Again, I hope it works. One, two, four. Next. If it doesn't work, what should I do? Redo, reprompt. Start simple first, submit. So while waiting, Promira, you use this for coding subject or non-coding subject?
Non-coding.
Okay,
And
that's
it's
good.
actually, no, I use it not so much for teaching per se, but
Okay,
to
your own.
just to engage on learning enforcement. Yeah.
Okay, that would be better. Because I don't want my coding subject to be
Yep.
vibe coded. Approve, then all right. So it's still creating it. We are still on the preview mode. Like Asia, everyone can fly. Now with vibe coding like lovable.dev, everyone can code. You don't have to learn the manual syntax for coding. Although you can see it here, this is the coding part. Preview is how the interface works. Coding part is here. All right, this is how the things cooking behind it. How all the ingredients are being cooked into one pot. Be a couple of minutes.
Okay, so while waiting for that, if anyone would like to ask any questions,
Yeah,
please feel
sure,
free to
please.
unmute.
Your personal feeling, your personal comments, how
Mhm.
to embed gamification, game-based learning in your classroom.
Yes, so just now we have
Yeah.
Dr. Razia from Kuliah of Medicine. So
Right.
we have a very various background here. So if anyone from social science or from any domain would like to ask questions to Syahrul, Nizam, that'll be nice. Okay, so this questions video. Oh, okay. So the session is recorded, yes, and then we will share with you after the session finish, after you have submitted your evaluation form. Yeah, I hope that's the questions you are asking for answer. Is that right, Sister Sitisar? Okay. Yeah, the session is recorded.
Assalamualaikum. Can I ask question?
Salam. Yeah, please, Doctor.
Salam, go ahead. Yeah.
And my name is Naham from economics.
Yeah.
Mr. Syahrul,
Yeah.
thank you
Salam.
for your sharing session. I just want to get your feedback based on your experience using all these tools.
Okay.
Because I noticed almost all of them that you shared require some subscription. And I believe you may subscribe to one professional version that becomes your silver bullet to address many of your learning or teaching purpose. So which one actually that you subscribe?
Okay. Thank you, Ratana. Very important question. For all these three tools, I don't subscribe. I only subscribe to ChatGPT Business, where I can share with 2, 3 students the same capability. It's 200 something per month, and I love it very much. You have one folder that you can work together. You can upload the content, the paper, for example. Your student can, but you need to set their email to share your chat history. And it's limited to the workspace. They won't see your chat history, your personal chat history. That is for ChatGPT. Also for UNIMAS, we have Google Pro version for educators, for lecturers. That's it. Myself, personally, I only have ChatGPT paid version, business version.
Yep, and for everyone's benefit, just in case you are not aware, for all educators in IUM, we also receive the Gemini Pro. So if you haven't used it, Notebook LM, Gemini Pro, please feel free to explore. Some of the things that the Syahrul Nizam demonstrated just now, you can also try in Gemini Pro. Okay, thank you. Anyone else have any questions?
Assalamualaikum.
Salam, Doctor. Yeah, please.
Hi,
Go ahead.
I am Azira from Center for Languages. First of all, thank you so much for sharing this information, and I'm happy that you are one of those lecturers who are moving forward to AI-driven teaching in your classroom. So my question is, how do you ensure that AI gamification can actually work on the lower proficiency?
Right.
And can it be fail?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Doctor. Very good question. Okay, my game is ready. Actually, I started to use this last semester. I haven't formally tested it with various background of students. And in this serious note, I never link it to the assessment. Means if they cannot use it, never mind. If they don't, it won't affect the assessment. Where maybe we call it waste of time. I used many hours, took many hours just to create something like this. And I don't bring it seriously in the assessment. Maybe just for not for fun, just for my student to to learn something beyond classroom. Then various type of student, I've never, I mean, based on their background, I never tested it before. But maybe another good point for you to study for your SOTL, maybe SOTL grant or SOTL paper.
Okay.
Okay, my game is ready.
Mhm.
I just publish it. Click publish. Sarawak history. Click save. And click publish. And I can copy this URL. You can give it a try from Gombak, although you're not in Sarawak. Okay. Publish. Maybe 5 minutes, bro, for you to play my game. Just give it a try, test whether you know about Sarawak or not, Sarawak history.
Okay, so it seems I have to use ChatGPT to answer the questions.
Okay.
I have no idea the questions.
See, another issue is that your student will, you ask the student to answer the quiz, right? They will answer it,
Mm.
whether they will learn from the quiz or like you did, bro. Just ask ChatGPT to answer it. Whether for the sake of completing the quest or the quiz or to learn using it. Another good point for you to think of to ponder. IBAN, you learn about IBAN in Sarawak Orang Ulu. And for this younger generation, they would love this more towards their uh, real
Yeah.
full game that they play nowadays. They even pay for the better, higher version of the game. Yeah. Start adventure, right? These are the adventure point. I mentioned the slide points, badges, how many badges that I should collect, levels, 3 levels, start with level 1. The current or the active level is colored, the rest is, you will get it colored once you will reach the next level, start level. It's actually quiz game. Second, just bro. Yeah, correct. I should know. I should not. I should not ask ChatGPT. Charles Bro, Kuching, Port Margarita.
Right,
Port
you should
Margarita
not
now
ask
is
ChatGPT.
yeah, Port Margarita now is the Astana. Astana is Istana for TYT Sarawak. And this building is more than 100 years now, this fort. Charles Bro, 50 years through. Yes. I don't know. I should ask ChatGPT as well. And then Charles Bro.
68.
18 something. Okay, great. Any Sarawakian here besides me? Ada orang Sarawak teaching in KL. Okay, ada orang.
Anyone from
Okay, ada
Sarawak?
orang Sarawak. Dr. Hidayah itu, ICK.
Anak Sarawak.
Anak
Saya
Sarawak, born in
lahir
Sarawak.
KL tapi
Okay,
ICK
alright.
sebab my father Sarawakian.
Okay, state masih pandai kelakar Sarawak.
Sikit.
Masih pandai.
Sebab
Boleh boleh madah, boleh kelakar Sarawak. Charles, bro, I just hantam lah. So again, this is the feeling of your student. Once it's too much or too demanding, they will hantam. Hantam means the learning process doesn't occur. All right, this is the badges point. 5 correct, 1 fast answer. Continue. It looks like what was the popular one? Kahoot. Kahoot is you limit yourself with whatever Kahoot has said. This one, it's unlimited based on your creativity, based on your prompt, of course, based on the the tier that you pay up to level 5. Then towards the end, you will collect number of points, badges, and except for the leaderboard, you cannot compare me with other students in the classroom. Yes, correct. So a quiz rather than a full game. But you also can prompt a full game. I've created one. Thank you for your comment, the Fazida. Show you. Sorry. I call it full. It's a game style. Again, of course, I cannot beat the whatever the real industry-based game like Mobile Legend. I created 38. If you don't want quiz style, you set in the prompt, you don't want quiz style. So let's take a look. This is like quest, publish, copy. At the moment, I've created 38 games or pages, websites. This one with sound. No sound, okay. Beginner adventure. Okay, there's a sound. That's the sound of maybe Iban, maybe doing something, I don't know, the ritual of it. But it's limited to that same sound. Okay, just so. Here, maybe interior remote areas of Sarawak, you can click here, Bako National Park. Knowledge-based game. Okay, knowledge-based game, you can call it like that. It's a game, but based on the knowledge. Iban House. Another issue is, of course, accuracy. This is not Iban House. This is like, I don't know, maybe Fiji or something after Timo, I don't know. Because Iban Longhouse is not, doesn't look like this. Kuching City again, this is not Kuching City. Hallucination, once again, this is a problem with AI. It will give you the best, but not the correct one. So more to discover with sounds. What else?
Can those elements be modified? Is it possible?
Yes, you can just type your prompt here. Sorry, run out of prompt, run out of credit. Tell them I don't like that image. It should be, or you can upload your own Iban House rather than use the preset design for you.
맛있는 걸 먹는 게 제일 행복한 사람. 대표적 인간으로 이익준, 김준환이 있지.
Like this one is quiz style. Projects. This is more immersive. Quranic Earth Stewards. Once I receive the email from UIA, then I try to create something like this. This is called the River of Life. You link, no, this is before that. You link water, river with maybe Hadith or Quran. Copy, publish. Give it a try from your side. I'm pasting it here. I try to create something like more VR version of it. Sorry, still building. Okay, it's ready, shipped. Refresh. River of Life, embark on a journey through flowing waters of existence. Start journey. Choose your path. This is more challenging, or maybe like story-based with proper narrative, rain, rivers, rain. Begin the experience. I like the design, the photos, the background, the images. Again, it depends. Refer, if you feel lost, refer to your learning outcomes. Selagi mengalir, hidup tu tak ada. Okay. Repeat current. Start. Hold the drop to feel the flow of life. These are the dots. Again, if you don't like it, you can ask the lovable.dev to enhance it. Even manage knowledge based on your slides only, not more, not less. But sorry, I can show you. I've run out of credit for today. Okay, Pramira, maybe remaining 10 minutes for issues, questions on how they can embed their gamification element. You don't have to create a game. Just bring gamification elements in your teaching and learning game. Not full game, at least badges. As simple as maybe Candice, for those who can answer the question, that's a simple one. And seriously, my student loves it. Top 3 groups will receive hampers. I just bought cheap hampers, 10-15 ringgit for each group. And you see, they started to, but don't tell them during the first week. Tell them during the prize giving ceremony for top 3 presentations. That's my personal experience for physical interaction with my students. Okay, over to you, Pramila. Thank you very much. Any questions?
All right, thank you so much, Syahrul, Nizam. So we have learned at least 3 very important rules today. Tools. The Gametize, Lovable, and Ad Cafe. So, and I can see just now in the chat box, there's a lot of people have tried and built their own, even one from iCall. So it's just so excited to see people from different domain experiencing with the tools. And yes, we still have around 8 minutes to go. If anyone would like to ask any questions, one of the things that I observe about EdCafe, which is very useful, is that it records the questions. So whoever comes in, they can see other people's questions. That's also part of learning. So yeah, if you would like to explore for next semester, you can embed them in and put in the iTalim so they don't have to log in and log out or juggling between different tools. Okay, so anyone would like to ask questions or get more tips from Tia Syahrul, Nizam? This is the time. Please unmute your microphone.
Assalamualaikum.
Salam, Doctor. Yes.
Salam.
Proceed.
Chef Syahrul, how are you?
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. I'm
It's
IT,
kind of
IT chef, Doctor.
it's kind of mind blowing for my generation. I'm a baby boomer, so you know these kind of things. We had the Banda photocopier, we had the OHP, and now you know you got students creating games in your class. That's like mind blowing. And as a result, I find it actually quite challenging to sort of adapt to this, you know, to the technology. When you first started your first activity, I had a call come in, so I saw you doing the instruction or the I saw you doing the something with chat, but I couldn't catch what you did actually. Could you just the first activity that you asked us to do? Could you just repeat what you said?
Which one? I have 3 tools before.
Yeah, when
Maybe
you
the
did the
first,
Ed Cafe, you chatted something or you Googled something for the
uh,
instructions.
I can't remember, but normally I ask ChatGPT to give me the prompt.
So when you for Ed Cafe, you wanted to create a chat bot. So you basically said create a chat bot, did you? Is that what it was?
Yes, that's the prompt. Create a prompt for EdCafe.
Create a prompt.
Prompt.
Oh,
So that
create a prompt for
create a
Cafe,
prompt according to EdCafe format.
for Ed Cafe format.
Then list out
Okay.
your requirement. You want it to be Islamic, want it to be maybe engineering part, whatever it may be, as long as whatever given by ChatGPT, you just cut and paste to
Right. But you also simplified it, I think. I saw you
yes, because
you
the
worked out
limitation,
sorry?
because of the limitation of the text space.
Right. Okay. Limitation of text.
Yeah,
Okay.
if there's
So
no
now,
limitation, you can paste everything.
all right. And you just paste that into Ed Cafe and it will do its thing. Is that it?
Yes, based on your prompt.
Awesome. Okay. I just missed a couple of points there and I think it helps to join the dots now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else would like to ask any questions? I think there was one questions which I missed. Out of the many tools, I think she was asking like rather than Okay, so rather than a game, how to make interactive so that we can see elements of collaboration and social bonding? Is there any kind of tools that we can use for social collaboration, for collaborations and social bonding?
Yes, I agree. This is the current limitation. It's still a one-to-one tool. Although you can link it to all of your students can use it, but still separately. Not linked, even you cannot get the leaderboard. Maybe one solution is each of them share it in one closed social media page or group. There's only one trick I can share with you, so that I can play your game in our own classroom. Maybe a Telegram page, Telegram group. By that way, the lecturer can monitor and can see, although it's not automated, but at least semi-automated using one single place. What else? Maybe you can embed it in your online learning. This is for the student, I mean for the teacher, but for the student, there's no way to at least to play two in one game, two of them playing at the same time. Okay, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the future, I don't know. This is my first year, second year using this type of call it vibe coding tools.
Yeah, but
I will
I think
guess
you,
that, yeah,
yeah,
I guarantee
yeah,
next year will be better, faster.
right. And you
Oh,
answer
sorry.
on the spot just now on the importance of looking at it from individual or from group kind of activities, but also map to the learning outcome.
Learning
So
outcomes.
one very important point that you mentioned earlier, you don't tie this to the assessment. You use it to engage students, to nudge them with some topics in the course. So I think that's a very interesting point of view on how we embed these tools in the teaching and learning. Okay, so thank you. There's another questions here. Can you suggest the best AI tools to create the video tutorials for library service? Do you have any reference on what would be the suitable tools to generate video?
Video tool, still I use Gemini, but I don't know if you have the pro version or the lecturer educators version tools. Find video. Here, create video. Again, for me, I just ask ChatGPT to create the prompt, and it will create you one shot videos based on your prompt. Limitation, of course, in a very short video, 8 seconds only. You need to stitch it using maybe CapCut to have a longer video. Another limitation, from video 1 to video 2, there will be slightly at least 5-10% difference, especially for the face. Although it's the same person, video, the first clip, suddenly the facial appearance would become slightly different, which is actually wrong for a teaching video. Or if you want to use human being video, you may use like a cartoon anime character as a the main person who teach in the video, or who will say something in the video. Valid per day, so it's very limited. Unless you subscribe for the full-fledged version of maybe VO3, or you can use Kimi. Again, these are how they play with this business. If you want more, you need to pay more.
Mhm. Okay, so there's notions of the limitations of free one, but you can always go for premium if you feel you need more features. All right, thank you. There's two more questions, if you don't mind. The first one is any apps that have element of interactions. I think most of our tools today do encourage interactions, right? So, Dr. Hanafi, would you want to explain further what do you mean by interactions? Because most of the tools are interactive. Okay, while waiting for that, there's a questions from Prof. Rasman. How do we check the students' performance how do we check the students' performance in lovable depth?
No way. You can only detect the usage, not to mention if they need to use their own UIA matrix number. Unless you set it, they must enter using their UIA email, for example. Again, back to your prompt, you list it out for the requirement, then ask the level of depth to follow your requirement.
Okay. Right.
Dr. Abdul Shakur, another maybe last question about
Mhm.
quiz something.
But quite often in online quizzes, students are rushing to win, and they therefore don't often read properly. And then those who don't complete it or don't win get demotivated. So, any suggestions?
Right. I've been talking about gamification. Your issue is called pointification.
Ah.
They are they want to collect the point, not gamification of learning, but pointification. Who answers get the point. Who doesn't, then lost 1 point. Uh, this is this is the dilemma again. Doctor, I cannot answer you with a strong, solid answer. The dilemma, unless even time-based quiz doesn't work for me. I asked my student to answer online quiz. I gave 10 minutes, they use ChatGPT, 100% score. Okay, for the next time, because since they have time, 10 minutes, I tell them you only have 30 seconds to answer 10 questions. Then they started to complain they don't have enough time to answer, to read even the question. Okay, second chance, I give you 30 minutes, perfect answer. I asked them, any one of you didn't use ChatGPT? None of them, all of them use ChatGPT. Okay, thanks, Doctor, for your interesting question. No answer, no solid answer from me for now. Maybe in the future.
You could argue that they're still reading it and still aware of it.
Yeah, so I think that comes back to the point that Syahrul Nizam mentioned earlier. Don't tie to the assessment, but to ask them to learn and nudge the understanding. Because now I learned something about Sarawak history from the questions, the 5 questions that you shared just now. So I think it's interesting how the model works. So thank you so much. Okay, so Alhamdulillah, we've come to the end of the session. Thank you again, everyone, and thank you, Syahrul Nizam, for a very interesting session. I learned a lot about the history, about the tools, about how we use the tools for strategic improvement in our teaching and learning. And hopefully we can manifest something that we can implement next semester, inshallah. All right, so without if there's no more questions, and feel free to reach out to CPD if you would want to get the recording of the sessions. We will be able to share it after your evaluation form. And please make sure you record the attendance. If you haven't, reach out to us. And then before we close the attendance sessions, make sure your attendance are recorded, okay, for CTD point. Right, Jazakumullah khair, Syahrul Nizam. It's always nice to meet you, and unfortunately we couldn't meet in person, but we look forward to host you here in IUM, or maybe we meet again someday in Kuching, inshallah. And it's always nice meeting everyone. Before we conclude, can we have a photo session? Everyone would like to open your camera, please, so that we have a memento of today's training session.
Syahrul boleh
Stop sharing.
stop
Okay.
sharing.
Okay. Right. Wonderful. We have everyone from Gambang,
All right.
Kuantan, Pago, Gombak, even KL campus. Alhamdulillah. So thank you so much. Let's take the picture. Okay, one. Sister Rizmada, prepare?
Ya, betul.
Okay.
Dah.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Bye, smile, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you again. Jazakumullah khair, everyone. May Allah bless everyone, and may Allah bless ease your undertaking. Let's end the session with tasbih kafarah and salatul as. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asri innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Keep in touch for the next training session. Take care. Assalamualaikum. Thank you.
Salam, thank you.
Syahrul Nizam. Ditunggu di KL. Take care. Assalamualaikum.